Ray Dalio shared a stark warning to all Americans in the book, Changing World Order. You should also check out Debt Crisis by Ray Dalio. Here's where the issue lies. In 1971, which I'm going to show you a video, and then I'm going to show you the similarities, what's happening right now in America, is that our parents sat there in front of a regular television program show in 1971, August. President Nixon announced that we're detaching from the gold standard. And our parents and our grandparents had no idea what that even meant. They had no idea that it's because of America's bad spending habits and it defaulting on its debt. So since 1971, they detached us from the gold standard and they turned the printing machine on full blast. And now as we sit in 2023, we're about to pay the price. Warren Buffett said it really powerful. He said he's had it easy. He was born after the Great Depression, and up until now, money's been basically free. And now we as Americans that don't understand economics have no idea what's coming. High interest rates, high inflation, job markets getting smashed, people who've worked their whole life to save in their 401k could lose everything. It's because we lack financial education. The way our grandparents and our parents did our finances is dead. Pensions are dead. You used to be able to go to school, get a good job, and live a good life. Now you go to school, it costs a fortune, and you get out and wait in the job market pool and maybe make $30,000 a year. The system is radically changing, and our thought process needs to change. So let me show you a video from Ray Dalio around 1971. And what happened with detaching from the gold standard, and then I'm going to show you in 2023 the crazy similarities to what's happening right now. Pay attention. Listen to the video, write notes.
In 1971, when I was a young clerk on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, the United States ran out of money and defaulted on its debts. That's right, the U.S. ran out of money. How? Well, back then, gold was the money used in transactions between countries. Paper money, like the dollar, was like checks in a checkbook in that it had no value other than it could be exchanged for gold, which was the real money. At the time, the United States was spending a lot more money than it was earning by writing a lot more of these paper money checks than it had gold in the bank to exchange for them. As people turned these checks into the bank for gold money, the amount of gold in the U.S. started to dwindle. It soon became obvious that the U.S. couldn't keep its promises for all the existing paper money, so people holding dollars rushed to exchange them before the gold ran out. Recognizing that the U.S. was going to run out of real money, on Sunday evening, August 15th, President Nixon went on television to tell the world that the U.S. was breaking its promise to let people exchange their dollars for gold. Of course, he didn't say it that way. He said it more diplomatically, without making it clear that the United States was defaulting.
The strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of money.
How unbelievably familiar does that sound? Cryptocurrency. They're protecting us and telling us it's a fraud from the speculative asset that is a new monetary system. If you go watch that speech and you reverse engineer it, he's basically telling you what America did. They detached us from the gold standard because of their bad policies and running out of money. As we sit right now in America, we're at 120% debt to income ratio. We have less money than we have debt. Most of our debt is held outside the United States, 33% of it, in two countries, the C word and Japan. They turned the printing machine on full blast, destroying the value of the dollar. And if you're still here, you're a true warrior. I'm going to show you where we're at in the changing world order. All right, so now we're heading into 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is where we're at. We became less productive, overextended. We lost our competitiveness. We have massive wealth gaps since 1970s to now. The top 1% has grown by 138%. The bottom quartile has only grown by 15%. We have large debts. We printed money like crazy. We're in internal conflict. The left and right is getting us to fight against each other about stuff that doesn't even matter. We need to raise our families and be disciplined and consistent. We're sloppy McSloppy. Loss of reserve currency, that's happening right now. And I'm going to show you. Weak leadership. What do you guys think? Civil war and revolution. That's when we turn against each other in America. And that's happening right now. Left and right, the transgender, all this stuff happening right now. This is by design to get us to fight. Then you head into a new world order. But let me show you what's actually happening in the economy. So as all this is going on, and I'm going to show you our money supply got choked off, and China printed $500 billion. Look at this, 3.5 trillion, bringing their M3 money supply to 266 trillion. So we turned off the printing machine and they turned theirs up. And China is printing money for countries like Poland, Brazil on full steam and tries to expand its influence on global economy. And here's what we're doing in America. Look at July 2022 when I warned you guys about Q3, Q4 2023. Boom, money supply shut off. Interest rates going through the roof and cooling inflation down to 2%, which is going to destroy the middle class. The BRICS are coming together to create a currency that could shake the dollar's dominance. So here's what I believe is happening. So just like America detached from the gold standard and moved us into a new monetary system, which was quantitative easing, and fiat money, which is fake money, as we are transitioning due to bad policies, horrible management of debt, political and greed together. And now we're heading into the new monetary system. Just like they detach you from gold and we're protecting you from the speculators, they're trying to detach you from crypto and blockchain technology to protect you from the speculators. And there's going to be a few people that understood the game back in 1971 who vested in real estate, precious metals, had an exit plan in the speculative markets, invested in insurance, and businesses, became some of the wealthiest people that we are experiencing in our reality today. So stop taking advice from your parents and your grandparents telling you to go to school and get a job and get a pension or a 401k. That's dead. Look up how many people retire wealthy with a 401k. If you retire with $1 million at 4% interest for the rest of your retirement years, that's $40,000 in retirement income. Do you know how many people retire with $1 million? Very few. Banks are not designed to make you rich. They're designed to take your money and get rich off of it. You put your money in a bank account, they give you 1%. They take it and lend it, put it in the capital markets, and index it into bank-owned life insurance. And they're making 10, 20, 25% on your money. So they give you one and they have a margin of 24% they're making off your money. We are in one of the craziest switches in our monetary system and one of the greatest times in human history to switch your family's wealth timeline. But here's the thing. There is no get rich quick. Rich parents have rich kids. Repeat after me. Poor parents have poor kids. Those who have ears to hear will hear this, and those who have eyes to see will see this. I'm just spreading education and information that I'm using this technology to understand. I like to say understand. So I love you guys from my family's heart to yours. If you're still here, you're a true warrior. Comment warrior. And I'd love to have you part of our warrior family. We do everything under the guides and protection of our Warrior Academy, which is linked in our bio. Here on TikTok, I will never proactively DM you. I don't do WhatsApp. I don't do Telegram. And I will never ask you to send me money. Those are all scammers. We do everything in the protection of our academy. So I love you guys. Can't wait to meet you someday. I'm honored to be in your presence. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Love you.